John Belcher, Law Offices of John Belcher. I've been actively involved at Berkeley Law with the incoming law students to answer questions and give them pragmatic advice. As many of you who know me know that I have 3 children who all graduated from top law schools: Marta from Stanford Law, Michael and David from Berkeley Law. And a lot of times I get asked, I have a son or a daughter, or I'll meet someone that is just at the graduation stage. And they ask me, is it a good idea to go to law school? Well, this video is 10 questions that you need to satisfy yourself on before you apply and go to law school. First and foremost, you want to ask yourself, why do I want to go to law school? What is the purpose? Do you have a specific area of practice? Do you want to do a certain kind of public interest law? Do you want to be a DA, a public defender? You need to understand why you're doing it. It shouldn't just be a placeholder. Second, you want to understand what your long-term career goals are. As a litigator, I started off as a DA. Then I was at a large firm, and now I have my own firm. But you really want to have a vision for how your career will unfold as an attorney. Third, will a law degree help me achieve my career goals? Are you interested in being in business? Are there other degrees, such as an MBA, that would be better suited? How does your law degree fit into what you want to do as a career? Fourth, can I afford law school? The average law school graduate comes out with $140,000 in debt. You're going to have to pay all of that debt back until you start net earning money. And if you're saving money for a house or other things, you need to make sure you understand what it costs and how you're going to pay for it. Fifth, how am I going to finance my law school education? They want their tuition, and you better make sure that if you don't have liquid cash on hand, that you have a method of borrowing or another method of making sure that you don't get halfway through the process and then be forced to withdraw. Sixth, what are the admission requirements for the law schools I'm considering? The fact of the matter is, you're going to have a much higher likelihood of a high income job and a high prestige job if you get into a better law school. You want to make sure that you understand what it takes to get into the law schools that you are considering. 7, have I taken the LSAT? And I guess I should add the ACT. You want to make sure that you have taken the test or tests that you're going to take. 8, what is my LSAT score? That's going to have a large impact on where you are likely to get in. And in turn, the probabilities that you're going to be employed 1 year out in a law job are much higher at the more selective schools. 9, what are my GPA and class rank? Those are 2 keys. And if the probabilities are overwhelmingly low at the schools you want to get into, you're going to have to either up your test scores or otherwise settle on a different school. 10, what are my chances of being admitted to the law schools I'm considering? And there are various sites that can tell you that, but more importantly, you probably want to hire an expert that's been in admissions and that can realistically guide you as a consultant to where you're likely to get in. And then once you know the kind of school you're going to get into, you can make an intelligent choice. 3 years of your life and $140,000 in debt is not to be taken lightly. I'm glad I did it, but of course, at the time that I entered law school, the tuition was under $700. And now there are more, for lack of a better word, brutal financial considerations to consider when going to law school. Make sure you ask yourself the hard questions before you or your child or your friend embark on a road to law school.